So I just finished my last exam about 2 hours ago, which is crazy because I feel like I started uni yesterday. But since I'm all done, I thought it'd be a great time to just share my first year experience, because I think there's a lot of people who have this expectation of uni, and when they get there it might not be to their expectations, which I had that in a good way. It was very different to what I expected, but it wasn't bad. So if you didn't already know, I am studying chemistry at the University of Bath, which, yeah, I know. Why did I choose chemistry? Sometimes I do question that choice. It's pretty difficult, but I enjoy it, so that's the most important thing. I started in October, like most uni students. It was an interesting experience at the start because I think quite a lot of people were homesick, but I didn't really have that too much. I know that my flatmates were homesick and people find it particularly difficult. I think the most difficult thing about uni is getting used to being on your own. You have to be independent, we cook on our own, you have to do your laundry, which for some people are like, oh my god, what the hell is laundry? You have to figure out your schedule, so when to work, when not to work, and that was really difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It took one whole semester for me to figure out, just to balance everything, because it is so hard to balance. Socially, everything's been better than I expected. Like, I've made better friends than I've expected, and everyone is so nice. Like, I don't think I've met anyone who isn't nice, which is such a nice change, and you meet people who are just like you. So the friendship stuff was really, really good. In terms of like going out, I think loads of people think that uni, especially first year, is crazy. You want to go out, you want to go clubbing, you want to get absolutely drunk, or you want to get high, I don't know. And personally, that isn't my cup of tea. I'm more of a chill, go out for dinner, go out for coffee dates, cocktails, that's more my thing. But there was a lot less going out than I expected, which was really weird. I mean, I was expecting hardcore, like every single night, but maybe it's because Bath is, one, a small city, so there's not a huge amount of clubs or good clubs, and two, because it's a science uni, people just don't have free time. I had nearly 30 contact hours a week, which I think in general is a lot for a first year student, especially most of my friends had 13 hours if you're doing history or something. So that was definitely kind of a nice thing for me. But at the same time, you still get to experience a whole clubbing atmosphere because Bath is close to Bristol, which means that you can go out in Bristol, which is obviously where everything's happening, because there's just not much clubs in Bath. And I feel like at uni, if you're not the kind of person that likes going out, or if you're just a bit more chill like I am, it doesn't really matter because no one really judges, which I think was the amazing thing about uni. Literally, no one gives about what you do. You can do whatever you want. You can sleep around, you can get absolutely drunk, you can be a nerd, you can be really into sport, you can be arty, and it just doesn't matter because everyone is just so nice. There were some people in college who I always found intimidating. Just don't get that vibe at all at you. Everyone is so lovely and you can just do what you want to do. One thing I found particularly difficult was balancing my social life, work, my blogging and sport. So I joined a sports team. I originally was on the hockey team because I used to do competitive hockey back at home. So I was like, oh yeah, Bath is really sporty, so I'm gonna go join the hockey club. And I was actually super disappointed. So anyone at Bath, comment down below if you found the sports teams really because I found them pretty awful. Like, everyone was really condescending at the socials. Like, if you didn't drink, they'd be like, oh god, you're such a fresher. And I just didn't like that because I didn't want people to force me to drink. That's just no, it's just not okay. Because it is a really sporty uni, the other problem was everyone was just so good. So the first team, GB, which is crazy, and then I ended up being in the 5th team, and you're probably thinking, oh my god, she must be really shit. But I'm not, you know, terrible. I was a mediocre, okay hockey player. So it was a bit sad being put in the last team and then playing with people who've never played hockey before when you've done it competitively. But you know, there's nothing I can do about that. And because I do enjoy sport, I decided to carry on going to the gym just to keep fit. And like, uni, honestly, it's stressful. I'm just gonna get out there, it's stressful. I don't know anyone who hasn't cried at uni, I don't know anyone who hasn't felt the stress, and I'm not trying to put you off at all because uni's been the best decision for me. I cannot say anything against it apart from the fact that it is stressful. You need that support network, you need your family and you need your friends, and I know that's sometimes difficult, but I think keeping your mental health on point at uni is difficult and everyone does struggle with it. There are moments where people are like, oh my god, I'm breaking. But then at the same time, despite those lows, we have such huge highs from like meeting new friends and enjoying the course and stuff like that. So it's definitely a different environment to college, I guess, because college, everything was good, everything was nice and dandy, and work was hard, but work was also really good, and people were really nice. It's just a different environment. And the other thing I found was, this is my tiny room, as you could probably already guess, and I'm moving out in 2 days, but personal space is a huge issue. These walls, I'm not even joking, they're literally just cardboard, so you can hear people talking. People could probably hear me filming this right now. They're so thin. and obviously that means privacy doesn't really exist. If you live in halls like I do, you just hear everything. But at the same time, it is so social. We have WCCs, which sounds a bit weird, which is a wheelie chair congregation where we all just get our wheelie chairs out into the corridor and just have a chill, have a chit chat, and we just, you know, it's just such a nice time to just chill with your friends, and it's a nice break from work. But the problem with having somewhere to live on campus is that you just never leave. So you work and then you sleep in the same place. My room is my office, and my room is also the place that I study. And I think the thing about next year that I'm looking forward to most is the fact that I can do all my work at uni and then go home, and it could just be 2 different places. So it's just getting used to that, I think, getting used to the fact that it's all very like, oh, everything's all like squished together, and it's just quite different to home where you just have your room to yourself most of the time. You go to the kitchen. It is really different. Okay, so I just want to talk about friends a bit more, because I'm really close to my flatmates, and I feel like I'm really lucky. And if you're not that close to your flatmates, I can kind of get that. It does make uni a bit harder. So if you're not, just be friends with your course mates, because I'm really close to the chemists as well. And I feel like friends is what makes uni amazing. Like, cannot even, so lucky.
Probably not even in the frame, am I?
Fucking move! Go. So, oh my god! Oh, okay.
Okay.
I did not read that.
I'll just
sit on me.
As you can see, these are my flatmates!
Hello.
I'm the favourite.
Excuse me.
Guys, this wig is really hot.
Okay, since you guys have my video, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Uni, first year uni in 3 words, and Fern, you're not even in the frame.
Don't do
Get him.
chemistry. It's really stressful.
Very. That's the same word. Very.
Say one for 2 of your 3 words.
Very good.
Well, I speak a different language from all of you.
Yeah, you do.
Fun.
Garbage.
What
It's
are your
called
3
rubbish.
words?
It's called rubbish.
It's not your
Oh, whack you!
abuse.
Social.
That's my word.
Fucking.
Leave that as well.
Social fun. This
Well,
is I don't
because
have
I'm
a head.
You stole all mine,
If I
but
just
mine
like-
is now weird but amazing.
Weird but weird.
Yeah.
but amazing. Yeah.
You need really intense, can I just say?
Sleeping through lectures.
Don't do math.
Sleeping through lectures. I feel like I don't really have anything else to say now. If you like the video,
Like and subscribe!
yeah, thumbs up, rate it, share
Josh's
it.
link is in the description for his channel.
Yes. This guy, we're gonna have some serious
If
collabs.
it gets to 500 likes, we'll...
Izzy will run through town naked.
Yeah.
And I'll film it.
And
Oh.
also... Okay, you can
Vicky.
go and check out Izzy's blog. Link in the description.
I should just be a YouTuber. Bye guys.